Michelle here. I am excited to finally bring to you my submission for the 5-bag challenge. I was initially tagged in this video by the Bag Charm King, and for a few days I was putting it off using the excuse of work to not just get on and get it filmed. Probably because I didn't want to pull my bags out, other dust bags and all that kind of stuff, but here we are. Millie was kind enough to tag me in her video and check in to see if I had done the bag challenge. So I was like, let me go ahead and get on it. I did actually just get back from brunch today with a fellow purse sister. And since I already had my bag dressed up and out, and this is one of the bags for the bag categories, I was like, let me just knock this out. So my first bag for the most expensive bag in my collection is actually my Coach twin turn lock. I had my eyes set on this bag from the moment we saw it on the runway, and then when I found out that it was coming out in olive, I just had to have it. So I did pay a premium. I am not going to tell you what I paid for it, just know it was a lot. But it's very much worth it, and even though the bag is now available for the $350, I am glad that I was able to secure without having to run around with my head cut off, and I got it early and I got to really enjoy this. And the slouch, the bag is already starting to settle in. I did have her dressed up today for brunch. I honestly love this bag. I know people are still going back and forth about what they think about it. I love the out pockets. I know, and I knew that I was gonna have to figure out how to counterbalance the purse, because that's what you have to do anytime you have a purse with out pockets. And so I just kind of do that internally with the way that I set the bag. I also did not like the way that the tags get in the way of the pockets, so I just moved my tags to the back. I have a lovely martini keychain, even though I don't drink martinis, and I've got her set with all of my green and olive accessories on the inside. And then I did get this Coach twilly from the outlet, and honestly this is going to be her permanent outfit because it just goes so well. Green is my vibe, green everything, green all the time, whenever I can. So that was my most expensive bag in my collection, by way of gotta have it, willing to pay premium, willing to get it early, ordered it through a seller that brought those bags in from Asia. Now, that bag I technically did pay the most for, even though it did not have the highest MSRP. The bag in my collection that has the highest MSRP, but that I did not have to pay any of my money for, is actually my Longchamp. I can't remember exactly what they call this. It is their hobo bag, but it's the newest edition that came out maybe within the last year, and it's actually more of a north-south hobo bag. Gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I wanted to get it in black because black is my safe color, black is my everything, but I also wanted to push myself to get something different. So they call this color nude, but it actually has a very nice pinky undertone, and I have already been using this bag. The slouch is starting to set in. I did just recently condition this, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I love this bag because it is adjustable, it's slouchy, it's soft, the base of it still melds into your body, but this bag can still stand up on its own because it does have a sufficient base. The shoulder strap is adjustable, but then Longchamp also sells those nice crossbody straps, and I did recently find out that they sell the crossbody strap in this color, so I'm going to be investing in one of those. This bag, I'm trying to think what the MSRP is. I want to say it's maybe $605 or just a little bit over that. But everything comes out in the wash, right? So my twin turn lock is technically the most I paid for, but didn't have the highest MSRP. This has the highest MSRP, but it was a gift. I didn't have to pay for it, so they balance each other out, right? Yes. All right, so the next bag in the challenge is the oldest bag. And I was like, this can go a couple different ways. So I figured I would do 2 bags in this category as well. As many of you probably can tell, if you've watched any of my content on TikTok or YouTube, I have gone through a purse acquisition, a purse overhaul, and a recollection. But the bag that has stood the test of time in my collection is my Longchamp Le Pliage Extra in the color Turtle Dove. They are just calling this the extra line now, and this is a size small. I love, love, love this bag because it is really so versatile. It's this beautiful, soft smooth leather with the gunmetal hardware. I love this bag because it is like the epitome of what I interpret my personal style to be. It's sleek, it's classy, it's casual. I can dress it up, I can dress it down, but this bag is also very functional. It does come with a crossbody strap, and so for quite a while I was actually using this as my conference bag, since I typically just have my essentials and I just need to carry like my planner or a notebook, and so I would just wear this crossbody. This bag is so durable. Honestly, there's like really no wear. I don't have any wear on my corners. There's no like wrinkling or damage, and when this bag is not stuffed, it has just a nice subtle slouch to it, which I love. And I mean, I've worn this in every situation, in every setting, and to me that's what really makes this bag extremely valuable, because it's not just like an occasion bag. So love this. This has been the bag that has lasted the test of time and is the longest owned bag that I currently have. All right, so sticking with the oldest category, I know a lot of us have seen the resurgence of the Coach vintage bags, and probably a lot of us have fallen in love with them. I had been kind of watching some of the videos, looking at some of the silhouettes and realizing like how much I appreciated them as well. But I wanted to find a bag that just said me, right? Not too big, not too small, not too frilly, not too simple. There's just so many things going on with it. I found that bag in the Coach Casino bag. And as soon as I saw the Coach Casino bag, I knew that that was the silhouette that I was looking for. I just needed to find the color, and that did take me a little bit longer to find. I initially wanted to get the British tan color, but a lot of the vintage British tan bags on the market do have water stains or damage or curling, and I found that a lot of people just didn't seem to take really good care of them. I did finally find a seller on Poshmark who had this brown, which I think they're calling mahogany, and it was a little different because this one actually has silver hardware, which is my preference. I think the silver with the dark, you know, what we now have is maple, but this one is mahogany. I think those two go so well together. This bag does come with a crossbody strap, which is very long. I don't intend to carry it crossbody, but if I do change my mind, I do just have a silver chain that I'll put on it. I have this bag all dressed up for my next carry when I get back in town, but I have the handle wrapped with this orange scarf from the outlet. I added just a simple little chain that I had purchased from Dress Up Your Purse, I believe, or maybe Amazon. And then I have this cute little persimmon phone charm that I turned into a key, and when I saw this bag, I just knew I was going to carry it top handle. She's very perfect, very cute. I can imagine myself carrying this on a rare occasion that I might decide to, you know, go participate in secondhand smoking or go to a cigar lounge and risk lung cancer. But I just felt like the casino bag is like the bag that I would carry maybe in the casino for like a classy date night, that I would carry to the cigar lounge. Love the color, and it's just tall enough and just big enough that I can put things like my phone in it. I can put an essentials pouch in it. I typically utilize a card case with this bag, and this is actually not a bag that I've shown yet because I bought it, I was using it, and I realized that I needed to do a dip on this bag, and I was a little bit afraid of doing a dip, but it did have like a minor like grease stain, and as I smelled the bag, I was like, man, this bag does smell like it's been exposed to a little bit of smoke. So I did some research, I got brave, and then I did dip the bag. I completely dried it out, and then I did some deep conditioning, and it looks so much better. The cleaning actually even brightened up the nickel hardware, the silver hardware. The little bit of grease that was here is gone. The smell is gone, and then in dipping the bag, I was actually able to reshape and form the lip, and so it no longer has a little bit of curl. Lovely bag, oldest bag in my collection. Based on when it was manufactured. Next bag category is my travel bag, and I feel like the Manhattan tote was so underrated, and I think a lot of people just passed it by, which ended up being a good thing for me as they began discounting these, and I was able to get this on sale for just $150. I do not have any tote bags in my collection aside from this bag, and I got it intentionally for days that I go to work at the cafe or when I'm traveling. And although it doesn't have a huge shape on its own, I actually pair this bag internally with a organizer, which I typically don't use organizers, but I did purchase this one off of Amazon. And the reason why I got it is because it has a zipper. So I like to use this as my carry-on bag that I just set atop my rollerboard. And then I like to just put these straps over the top of the rollerboard rather than having like a trolley sleeve. I don't like those. But the reason why I like this bag is because I can have items secure. So I typically carry like a smaller purse that I'll put inside the organizer. I'll zip it shut so it's secure. And then on top of the organizer within the bag, I'll put like my meal or my books or my jacket. And I can have all those things but contain it within one bag, where my previous travel bag had been much smaller and really couldn't do all those things for me. I do love that this bag is super lightweight. So as I'm carrying it around at work conferences, it doesn't bother my shoulder. And then when I go for my day-to-night activities at those conferences, I can just pull out my crossbody purse and keep it moving. Great investment, love this, beautiful bag, and I feel like it's such a classy and classic work silhouette. So she is not going anywhere. Moving on to the bag with the most personality. There are a few bags in my collection that I think have quite a bit of personality, but I truthfully believe that my alter ego shoulder bag in black and white has the most personality. This is a bag that I love to bring in multiple situations. I have used this as a work bag because you're not going to tell me that she doesn't look clean and classy just like this. I had the black alter ego shoulder bag previously, and that one I actually had used as a work bag at times. This one I have not done that with yet, but I've considered it. It's easy to dress up. Sometimes I'll put like a cherry over here, or I'll do chains. You can make this casual, you can make this punky, rocky, edgy. But even just by itself, people will stop and be like, hey, what kind of bag is that? Or I really like that bag. And I'm like, I know, right? Like it's just gorgeous. This bag has only, actually I don't even, no, I think I did condition this once, but it's probably coming up time to try and condition it again. I had previously done so with the Coach materials, but I actually want to see what this bag looks like or if it changes at all with the leather CPR. But it's a beautiful, beautiful bag, and I love having this one in my collection. Last category is the going out bag, and with this category submission, you'll see that yes, I love Coach, but I also love Longchamp. I had actually purchased the extra small vanity case first, and I very intentionally bought it for going out. I love that it is a simple but squishy vanity case, so it's not hard to get into. You can do it with one hand. You can hold up to a full-size wallet, well, not a full-size wallet, like the Essential Slim card case wallet, a full-size phone. I can get everything I need into this bag, and it's not a fuss getting stuff into or out of it. The strap is extremely lightweight, so a lot of times I'll start carrying it just, top handles and going out, and then say if I'm going somewhere I'm going to be a little bit more active or busy, then I'll quickly just switch and put it on with the crossbody strap. I do, however, prefer the top handle carry on this because it's just absolutely adorable. This is another bag that I haven't yet featured on my channel, but this is the extra small. It's the Le Plage extra, but it's like the extra small something something. So it's the smaller version of the gray bag that I showed you earlier. And these bags are very popular. You may have seen the canvas equivalent that has been viral for quite some time. I liked those bags, I thought they were cute. I did initially purchase this bag or this pouch in the coated canvas variety. They call it, I think, the city pouch, which is nice and I liked it. I had it in navy, but I did not like the inside of that bag because it is still a very light color. Plus that bag also did not have any sort of organization or even a pocket. Also, it did not have the attachment for the straps, and I really didn't want to do the conversion kit. So I hemmed and hawed about getting this bag. I thought about it. What color should I get in? What do I want? And I was just like, listen, I want a black on black bag. I want something that's classy. I want something that's cute. I want something that's casual. And I want this. And it took me a while to just bite the bullet because I'm like, this bag was $360 before the recent price increase. So it's like $380. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, right? Because you could get the other version for like $85 to $100. However, Bloomingdale's did have a discount on it. And in conjunction with my Capital One rewards, I was able to get money back, but also got like a $75 gift certificate from Bloomingdale's. So like, that makes it worth it. And this bag is perfect. It's just small enough that I've been able to get into stadiums, into games with it. It's adorable, absolutely adorable as a top handle. Like, you can't tell me that's not classy. and it's absolutely adorable. And similar to the white bag, it does have a very light crossbody strap. So sometimes I will start with top handle and then switch it to crossbody. And even with that stationary handle that sticks up, it actually does not bother me. And I don't even have it on the lowest setting. I don't mind how it sits here, and it's just so convenient to just get in and get everything. And this bag holds quite a bit. I typically put in my wallet, I put in my essential EDC, I put in a card case, a key pouch, perfume, a lip product, and then I do have a little extra space, so sometimes I can even put in my compact battery or my AirPods. So I love this bag, and this is actually my new day to night bag that I put within my travel bag. When I go from conference schedule to nighttime socializing, this is the bag that I carry because it is just perfect and I can be hands-free and I don't have to like strain my neck or my back. But those are my submissions for the 5 bag category. And thank you Bag Charm King, and thank you Millie for the tags and the reminders. And I will throw a few names into my description below. I can't wait to see more of these videos popping up. I always love to be nosy and see what everybody has in their collections. There's a lot of great varieties, and especially in the Coach realm. There's so many bags that I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that bag. I didn't know that existed. And I love to see that people still appreciate the oldies but the goodies. So see you guys in the next video.